You still got me?
Yeah, mate, yeah.
Okay, cool. Do you want to just tilt your phone down so we can see you a bit more?
Yeah, I'll just do that now.
Yeah, perfect. All right, let's kick this truck back off again. So you got into massage. Why?
Yep.
What was the reason for that?
Working out after a few years, yeah. But my main thing was customer service that I had a passion for.
Yeah.
And secondly, I wanted to help people. And thirdly, I wanted to make a bit of a difference as well in people's lives.
Tell me about that. What does that look like?
I guess the main thing is that, look, you can give people good customer service. They may remember you for the first couple of days and a week, and then that's it.
Yeah.
You give someone a massage, they'll remember you just for life nearly. So.
Especially a good one. Where did massage take you? That's obviously how you and I met. It's going back a few years now, where you helped us out with that Guinness World Record thing 167 years ago. That was a cool couple of days.
That set up a few connections there, didn't it?
Yeah, mate, 100%. What other stuff did you get to experience because of the massage business?
I did massage for the Roos, the Mauritian offshore Roos.
Oh yeah,
for a little bit. Yeah, I did that for about the end of their season, but they actually made it to the semis, I think it was. And that day, on that semi-final day, I actually massaged both teams.
Oh, true.
And also ran water as well.
Yeah, right.
So when I say run water, it's on an AFL field, mate. It's a big field.
Yeah, it's a massive field. It's huge.
Never done that before, and then all of a sudden I'm in the semi-final running around, hopefully not getting hit by a ball. I massaged for the Redcliffe Dolphins.
Oh, yeah?
For 3 seasons. Yeah.
Wow.
I massaged for them. Yeah. Along the way, even got to meet Petro Civoniceva.
Petrol?
Yeah.
A nice guy, is he?
Because he played for them for the 2013, I think it was.
Yeah.
For 1 season.
Yeah.
Before he fully retired.
Got it.
Yeah, so he's a top guy. Yeah.
I want to backtrack a little bit and talk about the kids, if that's all right. At what point did you move out of the family home?
When? What do you mean? Sorry.
Well, I'm assuming that 2 years ago, when you're doing the Redcliffe Dolphins and massage and all of that, you weren't seeing the kids then. Is that a fair thing to say?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So, how long before that did you move out of the family unit? Did you and your ex-wife, I'm assuming you guys were married?
Oh, mate, it was back in 2007, the marriage split.
Yeah, 2007. And did you sort of, were you still seeing the kids at that point?
No, it was a situation which, over time, I saw them less and less.
Right. So in 2000,
I don't know why, it just how it happened.
Got it. So in 2007, and whatever you and your ex got up to or didn't get up to is nothing, for is of no interest to me, and nor should it be. Yeah. But did you guys have an agreement as to how often you'd see the kids at that point?
Yeah, we had agreement actually to see them. I was seeing them fortnightly on a weekend.
Yeah. Weekend to fortnight sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Just so you know, you must. It sounds like you've got one of those fidget spinners. Is it your microphone? Is it your earphone or something? It keeps spinning.
Probably.
can hear it in my
How's
ear.
that better?
Okay, so you were seeing them a weekend, a fortnight. How was that for you?
I don't believe it was enough for the influence that your kids need by both parents. They need the right influence from both parents equally.
Mm.
Being a parent, it's very important to have the right influence
Exactly.
for them, because I believe most of our problems when you're at an adult age stems back from when you're a kid anyway. So.
Got it. So how
Yeah.
old were the kids at that point?
Well, originally, when the actual breakup was, they were 2 and 5.
Right. Boy, girl?
Well, oh yeah, boy oldest, girl youngest.
Boy was 5. Okay,
Yeah,
so
don't actually publish that, mate. I
what's
just thought
that?
of that. Ooh, I should be telling you
Can't
the
say their
names.
names? Or I won't use their
Nah,
names.
yeah,
All right, I'll cut that out. That's fine.
yeah.
Okay, so they're 5 and 2, and you're
Mm-hmm.
seeing them fortnightly.
Yep.
Was that something, like, I understand that wasn't enough time, and I understand why you why it wasn't enough time. Did you say that to your ex? Did you let her know that you wanted more time with the kids?
Well, there's what you want and what actually happens. There's always a different story.
100%. But did you let her
Yeah.
know, like, you wanted more than just a weekend, a fortnight?
Well, it had to get to a stage of needed some sort of parenting plan, but it was like an agreement in the beginning.
Okay,
That
just
I'd see
between
that.
you and her,
Yeah, exactly.
right?
Yeah,
And
and then
would you say that that was working out, or it wasn't?
no,
It
no,
wasn't.
because she sort of moved the goalpost a few times. So, as in, the time got less.
Okay, so when you say less, what would it turn into?
No, I was like picking up on a Saturday afternoon after work, and then dropping him back on a Sunday
So just
in
a
the
Saturday night.
afternoon. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
right. It's not much time, is it?
No, it's not enough time.
Um, when was the last? Do you still chat to the kids on the phone?
No, I don't actually.
You
No,
don't.
no,
Is
no.
that your choice or the mum's choice, or?
Well, the choice is made. I don't want to keep hurting myself, ringing up, because I don't want to talk anyway. So, sadly,
Okay.
um,
Why don't they want to talk to you?
because one, my son won't answer the phone, and two, my daughter will just tell me straight out,
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to you. Yeah, and hang up. So I think that's enough to say I don't need to put myself through that pain.
Exactly, mate. I
Yeah.
would be exactly the same way, right?
Mm.
Has that come from something that you've done, do you think?
So
Well, that's pretty heavy,
so.
right? First, for your own kids to say, we don't want to talk to you, or your boy doesn't pick up the phone.
Mm.
Have they experienced? And I don't want you to go into the details if there was or wasn't, but have they seen stuff, or have they found out about stuff or heard stuff as to why they'd not want you to talk to you?
No, I don't know, mate. Like it's like, I guess if there was a past thing that happened, it's exacerbated because of no communication, I guess,
Yeah,
along the way. So, and that's what I find, which is so important. Communication between the parents is just so needed.
yeah.
Um, and just keeping one thing in front, and that's children, and that's probably never been the case, I guess, along the whole way.
For their mum, do you think, or is that what you're
Oh, probably
suggesting there?
both. You could say both. Like it's always a equal thing, but got to take some responsibility for it.
Hmm.
You know,
What could
can't
you have done better?
blame the other party. No, I could have basically put a parenting plan in a lot earlier, most definitely. I think that's probably the most important thing.
Yeah.
When it comes to children, like if you don't have that set up, if you can't get along with any decent agreement that you're not really happy with, you just should just try and sort help quickly, because one of the parties are going to be upset, and one of the parties are going to just move the goalposts all the time.
Yeah.
If you're not coming to some sort of great agreement that you're happy with.
Did you and the kid's mum ever get a third party involved to try and keep the emotion out of it?
Or
to have some sort of conversation to work out a amicable parenting plan, or even the changeover.
Yeah, did that, and also did mediation. Mediation, which even the mediator was struggling to actually get to some sort of agreement from the other party. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Got it. What? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's all right. Well, yeah, but basically, finally making the decision of actually trying to set up some sort of decent parenting plan. It didn't get what I wanted in the end anyway. So, but now I'm in a stage of my life where I have been, I guess, mentally a bit unhealthy. I guess not unhealthy, but just not happy.
Sure.
And worked out that it's because I haven't seen my kids.
Mate, that'd do it.
For that long, and haven't been able to hold them.
Yeah.
Give them a hug. That's all a parent wants, really, in the end.
100%, mate. How old are the kids now?
One's only 15, the other one's 12. Yeah.
And when was the last time you saw them?
On my own, without any supervision. Probably 5 years, maybe more. I'm not particularly even sure.
Right.
Like, I don't really have a full recollection.
Yeah.
Of it.
What was that? Was that like an ongoing thing? 5 years ago, was that you seen them regularly, or was that just a bit of a one-off?
I think it might have just been a one-off. In particular, like it was at a wedding.
Right. How was that day?
Emotional.
I bet.
Yeah. So, and that's the only time I think I haven't been supervised, even though I had like heaps of family around, but it wasn't, like a supervised arena, so to speak.
When you say
been in the past.
When you say supervised, what does that mean?
They're called like a contact. They're called a contact center. I don't know if you've ever heard of them.
No, I haven't.
Yeah. They're sort of run by volunteers.
Yeah.
And I think community funded or something like that, I believe. And yeah, you get all sorts of people that have to go and greet their kids there.
Why did you have to do that?
No, I guess it was a court order. But, I'm not a bad person.
Yeah, I wasn't suggesting you were, and I hope you know that, right?
Yeah, no. No, it's more to the point that that's as much as I could get out at the time with the legal advice I had. That's it,
Was that something their mum had suggested?
Probably, I can't remember exactly, but it might have been something to do with the solicitors between them, and that's what they came up with, and court order was set, and that was it.
Got it.
Yeah, tough system, that one.
Well, let's talk about that system. So what's your opinion of, a mother and a father, it doesn't work out. That's, it happens to lots of us. I've been there before. What's your opinion of the father's rights after that point, after the split?
I missed everything then.
Did you? Mate, I just had the cure for cancer and everything.
It just froze.
All right, I'll try it again. So, my question was, what is your opinion of the father's rights after, mum and dad split? It doesn't work out for whatever reason. It happens to lots of us. It's happened to me. It's happened to you. That happens, yep. Right? But in regards to the father's rights to see his kids after that point, what's your thoughts? And you've been down this road. What's your thoughts of how, in this country at least, we deal with that situation?
It needs some work, that's for sure. I think the whole process can really have a shake-up, and the only way you really get a chance, if there is even a guaranteed result, you have to spend more money, basically.
You as the father, you mean?
Well, anyone really, if you want to, because it doesn't just happen to the fathers. It can happen to the mothers too. Yeah.
Right. And when you say more money,
just say single fathers, yeah, more money in the court system.
So so what you're saying?
Hiring a solicitor, it costs a lot of money, basically. If it goes to trial, there's they say between 20 to, could be more than 50, could be more than 100 grand you could spend.
100 grand to see your kids.
With no guaranteed result. So it's a tough one.
I don't care to know how much money you've spent, but
wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know. Has it been worth the money?
Well, I'm trying again, so I haven't stopped yet. So it will be worth it if I try again, because, like I said, I need to try again. It's been long enough, and I'm just doing it a different way, I guess. So I can't really comment on how I'm doing it, but I'm just doing a little bit different.
Yeah, that's good, mate. How has not seeing your kids for such a long time affected your day-to-day world?
I've definitely had my ups and downs. On the brink of being that upset, not really wanting to, just give up, basically, to being motivated as well at the same time. Not at the same time, but at different stages of my life, I'd have used the same reason to succeed. If I can succeed in what I do for a living, at least it shows that I haven't given up on myself. Which in turn, I haven't really given up on them either.
Even though they don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm just not giving up. Full stop. Yeah, because I needed help, and I'm getting it. So
that's good, mate. Glad to hear it.
Yeah.
What perfect world would you like to see come out of this next chapter of what you're attempting to do?
The perfect world is that I get to hug my kids, mate. That's it. Pretty simple.
Doesn't seem like much to ask, does it?
No. I'd like to see them, graduate in their high school. I like to do the little things. How's your day? Have that option,
Yeah.
What does a normal parent want, And the ones have their children every day. a lot of them take it for granted that they've got children too. So,
Sure.
and a lot of them don't. So, a lot of them love their children till the day they die, basically. So,
Would you like to have that regularity again, whether it be, like, is it 2 days a fortnight? Is it week on, week off? Like, do you see it coming to that much time with your kids, or is that too unrealistic?
Being the age they are, who knows what could work. In a perfect world, it'd be great, wouldn't it? But realistically, they want to actually come and see me. That's it.
Yeah, well, that one I'm not going to touch on, but it's definitely interesting. Why don't your kids want to chat to their dad? Like, it's, my dad died pretty young. I'd give anything to have one more day with him.
Yeah, exactly.
Mate, I definitely, I definitely feel for you there. I guess if there's any solace, mate, that it's you're not the only dad out there struggling with this challenge, eh?
No, not at all. I hear the same stories more than once. A close mate that actually, he's doing it tough, and we chat regularly. How we're going with each other, and what sort of day we've had. It's pretty important to actually men that have sort of share something similar to actually talk about it, because in the end, if you don't, what's going to happen? The worst that's going to happen is that you won't be around for them. So it's really important to actually talk about it, especially as men, because we don't do it naturally.
Exactly. Yeah, it's something we sort of bottle up, don't we? A lot of blokes do.
Yeah, women do it all the time. They talk about anything. Anything.
Right. You can't shut them up. I mean that respectfully, ladies.
Coffee. Yeah,
that's right.
Exactly. But yeah, I was involved in a men's shed, actually down here.
Yep.
And I used to get there early and help set up, and then a lot of men, because I was, I guess, a bit more confident than a lot of men that you meet at these places.
Yeah,
men's
right.
shed. And yeah, I didn't have that much confidence in myself, but obviously I exuded that confidence on the outside, but on the inside, no way. Yeah.
Was it surprising that you became that person in this group of blokes?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Having experience, I mean, everyone goes through different type of adversity in their lives, I guess. So
what were these guys? Were these guys all, they hadn't seen their kids, or what was?
No, it's a mixture. Alcoholics, and it could be anything, eh?
Yeah, right. And they're going to the men's shed for what reason?
Oh, it was actually a church-based one, actually. So, just to hang around men, talk.
What sort of stuff would they talk about?
Because it was a church base, a little bit about God, I guess.
Yep.
Having the ability to basically talk to each other about anything. I actually did organise Petro to come along to one, actually.
Wow.
As a guest of honour.
Did he come?
Yeah.
He did.
And just told his story, more about growing up, more than nothing about football.
Yeah.
Which I think he actually really enjoyed, because he actually got the chance to actually just talk about his story.
About life.
Yeah, so, about life, which is more important than just football. Gosh.
How cool is that?
Yeah. It was a lot of blokes are really excited to see him there, and because obviously he's He's a legendary Queenslander.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yes, he is. If someone was listening to this chat tonight and, you know, listening to this aspect of your life that you know you've struggled with now for a number of years, and to your credit, you're still fighting the good fight. If someone's listening to this thinking, you know, I'm in Fabian's shoes, what would you say to them?
Depending on how early they are in my shoes, but if you're in the early stages of this, get help and get it quickly. And the main thing is, if you got a mate who's actually, you know, close mate and you like chatting to, open up a little bit further and just chatting about the footy.
Mm.
Let's be honest, mate. There's more to talk about than just sport.
That's right.
It's like, how you doing? How you actually doing? Not I'm doing great. You know, what's actually happening in your life.
Mm.
You know,
when
man, you know, seriously.
Yeah, exactly. When you were at the darkest point, did you have those people around you?
Yeah, absolutely.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Did they show themselves, or did you go looking for them?
Well, when I was at my darkest point wasn't long ago.
Mm.
So, and probably every single one of the people that I've actually told are the people that I do trust.
Mm.
And yeah, all they've shown is love. So, mostly family and friends, mate. So, yeah.
That's great. What I'm just wondering if, you know, let's just say that someone thinks they do have someone in their life that is struggling. What's the best way to approach that? Is it really just to be there to listen, or what would you have liked at the darkest point?
Yeah, I think, you know, that's a good start. You know, be there to listen. You know, I think it's the hardest thing for anyone to admit to that they're actually struggling.
Mm.
I think a lot of people do struggle even admitting to the fact that they are struggling. Exactly. Everyone likes to be tough on the outside, doesn't, male or female. I'm pretty sure of that, because it takes a lot of, you know, a lot of self-development to actually get to that stage of saying, look, I don't feel that good today.
Yeah, I agree 100%. You know, and being comfortable with saying I'm not okay is it takes a lot of bravery, you know, and a lot of people just aren't. Maybe the word isn't brave, but I'll use it. They're just not brave enough to come out and say that.
Mm. Yeah, and if someone says they're not okay, ask them what that is. And ask them, have they done anything about it? And if they, this simple thing to even tell them is say, it sounds like you got a lot on your plate, maybe we can go for a drink and have a chat, or for coffee have a chat, or maybe I can help you go and see your doctor, right? If you want to have a chat to your doctor and work on some sort of plan to, you know, help you along. Because there's so many things you can do. Yeah, so.
And you've had
pretty
that.
Important.
Oh, exactly, mate. And you've had that all the way through. Like it sounds like you have had that support with you.
Yeah, I do believe I have.
That's great.
Just realizing it is a big thing.
So many blokes, and like you say, you know, the ladies as well, but so many people in their darkest hour don't have that support around them.
Mm-hmm. Well, they just don't realize they do.
Sure. Yeah, good point. It's just that perception of being alone when maybe there are others around them.
Yeah, exactly.
Mate, fast forward 10 years, You'll still be looking 20, but
No, I'll be looking 30. Right?
yeah, just cracking 30 by that stage.
Cracking 30.
Ideally, what does life look like for you?
Probably still doing some type of massage, not particularly a heavy, strenuous one.
Mm.
But
Where's things at with the kids in 10
10
years?
years down the track, hopefully building some sort of relationship. Actually spending time with him on a birthday.
Mm.
Going for a holiday with him.
Mm.
Never done that.
You've never done that, ever?
No. Not any longer than 2 nights, mate. No.
Mm. Is there a part of you that thinks, in 10 years, maybe longer than 10 years, you can look back on this time in your life that has been less than ideal, and go, thinking, I've overcome it now and I have a normal, proper relationship with my kids? Do you honestly think that will happen in the next 10 plus years?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Simple.
Is that the type of thing that keeps you going? Keeps trying and trying?
No, but I think now it's more about me not giving up on myself, because that's more important in the end. Like, my
Explain
children are
that to
very
me.
important. Well, it's a lot of people, they sleep, eat, work, sleep, eat, work, sleep, eat, work. Right?
That sounds like a life for a lot of people, yeah.
Yeah. Is that a life day? Really, is it? No, are they stopping to breathe and actually seeing what's going on with themselves? And I just want to focus on that little bit there and make sure that I'm actually 100%. And if I'm 100% and putting out to the good old universe that I'm actually a good person, the children will realise that along the way.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I do believe in faith. I have faith that they will be having a relationship with me. So, but I'm not giving up on, the worst thing you can do is give up on yourself, mate. So, and I'm not going to give up on myself.
Yeah, got it.
So I got to try.
Well, what's the alternative, right?
Exactly. There isn't any.
Do you think that and I don't know much about the laws around this sort of stuff for single dads or mums, as you say. But do you think they will change to be fairer, for want of a better word, for both parties?
Who knows? You never know, do you? Will it change? We'd like it to change for both for the children and the parents. There's got to be a better process out there that someone has actually thought about it and put it to paper. It just needs to be put as a legislation. That's all.
Mm.
If you ever go to the family law court, you go at the front, there's someone always campaigning for something to do with fathers. Yeah. So.
Well, you see him on top of the Sydney Harbour Bridge every other week. Some of these dads, it's like it's their last resort.
Exactly.
They didn't get heard in the courtroom, so they go on top of the Harbour Bridge to try and have a voice.
It doesn't really help. Not really. It's make a spectacle of yourself is pretty silly. you can do it totally different way and may get the same result anyway. So you don't have to put yourself at risk.
Yeah, and sure, but I think what I get from that is that, and chatting to you tonight sort of strengthens that, is that dads just want to see their kids, right? And sometimes they have to literally shout from the mountaintops, I just want to see my kids.
Yep. That's pretty much the sums up any news report to do with that, eh? Like, what are you doing out there? I just want to see my kids. But I can't see from that high, so I have to come down.
That's right.
But they'll be able to see me.
Do you think it's an issue in this country, and I don't know about other countries, but do you think it's an issue that will improve over the years?
Will it?
I'm asking you. Yeah.
No, my opinion is we hope so, because I don't really have an opinion of will it. I just think I hope so, because I think now the percentage of divorces is 1 in every 2 now. So
it's crazy.
It's close to 50%. So that's, I think something like that needs to be sorted, doesn't it? Really, it should be a priority.
Yeah, agreed.
It's a tough one,
mate. I want to wrap it up, but we're in a pretty dark place. It's a tough spot to finish up on.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me some good news. What's going on in your world that's positive?
Well, basically, like I said, I'm working on myself. And
Tell us about that.
So what I'm doing, I've got some inbuilt traits of myself, which I've realised that I've had them for many, many years. And basically, I'm getting help to stop being that person. Working on those traits that I do in, say, relationships or in business or whatever. I just want to basically embrace those traits that I have and actually run with it and actually be able to work with it better and react to things in a better way. I think that's pretty positive in my life, because I'm actually doing something about it.
100%,
instead of just going with emotions.
Being proactive rather than reactive.
Yeah. And I think if someone can resonate with that, man, that's pretty powerful stuff, eh? If you can actually admit to that you've got some really bad traits which you'd like to actually embrace and become ultimately a better version of yourself. That's my point. That's my goal, is to just be a better version of myself.
What's one of your traits that you're not happy with?
Sometimes it's listening, and sometimes it's listening to something I don't want to hear.
Okay, I get that.
Yeah. So most of the time, if I don't want to hear it, I'll freeze up. Instead of actually listening, I'll just freeze up and say nothing, or just go in a negative place, I guess.
Did you have a moment of that during this chat tonight?
No, I don't think so. No? I have to think about what I was going to say.
I found initially at the start you seemed to be a little bit, as you say, frozen up. Definitely the second half, you're a lot more casual, relaxed, and really, really good chat. Mate, I want to ask you one more to finish up.
Yep.
This is a compliment, by the way. If I happen to stuff it up, I have been known to stuff up compliments, but you speak very well. You are articulate, and a lot of blokes out there, I'm sure they won't mind me saying, but they're not so much. So if they're